All right, well, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says the U.S. is taking full responsibility for these leaks that obviously got the Brits very concerned, so much so that they're very careful about leaking anything right now that has to do with this Manchester attack. Former CIA Operative Scott Uehlinger joining us right now. Scott, this is approach the thing that is severe. The leaks are rampant. And now we're trying to ascertain a latest wave that might, originate in the White House itself. 3 potential White House workers being fingered here, even though the Office of Government Ethics is saying that report, that media report, I think out of CBS, isn't so. But what's going on here? Why so many leaks? That we're not imagining.
It's true. I think that there are really 2 types of leaks. One leak would be the kind that reveals office politics, which seems to be a desire to embarrass the Trump administration. But the other, perhaps more severe form, are those which can actually affect counter-terrorist operations, for example, in the case of this Manchester incident. The 2 main sources of leaks are apparently, going to be White House staffers and appointed people within the White House. But then there's also perhaps some leaks also coming from the government bureaucracy in the intelligence community and elsewhere.
Now, why would this be happening? Now, I know the president went after intelligence agencies during the campaign. You don't think this is a grudge for that, or tit for tat with that, or even worse, fears that agencies are running rogue now and there's almost like a shadow intelligence government going on here? What is it?
Well, I think that one thing you have to keep in mind is that Obama was president for 8 years, which means that a great deal of government bureaucrats reached professional maturity during those 8 years. And having worked under the Obama administration, I saw increased politicization of the workforce. And so I believe that there are a lot of government bureaucrats who are dissatisfied with the Trump agenda, and so they have a tendency toward leaking on occasion when they feel it would embarrass the administration.
But it would embarrass them as well, right? I mean, if the feeling is that it's a rudderless type of intelligence system we've gone here, that even the commander-in-chief is overruled or embarrassed or humiliated or even targeted by his own intelligence agencies, that's pretty scary.
It is, and it's embarrassing for the CIA and the intelligence community in general, because if we reveal ourselves to be such a leaky ship, as even the DNI Coates stated when he testified before the Senate last week, it prevents the agency from working better with allies, such as Britain's anger at us for sharing Manchester information. And it also becomes more difficult for us to recruit unilateral assets willing to spy for the U.S. government. If they think the U.S. intelligence community is the leaky ship, it's hard to make, to recruit agents, basically.
Scott, real quickly here, if this CBS report is to be taken at face value, that there might be isolating, and I'm trivializing and oversimplifying this, 3 White House entities behind leaks. And let's say we identify them. Could that cut it off? For fear of being exposed, you stop this nonsense?
I think it could be largely cut off. If these people are revealed to be culpable and they are charged, then I think that would serve as a good example to anyone else who's sitting on the fence deciding whether they should start leaking information. You need to make an example, and the problem has been historically, not just during the Trump administration, that political appointees are rarely, or people, White House staffers and such, congressional staffers, are hardly ever punished for leaks, perhaps even when they've been revealed. So we need to crack down on that, and then you'll start seeing these leaks start to ease off.
Yeah, exposure is the greatest deterrent. Scott, you're a great guest. Thank you very, very much. Have a safe weekend.
You.